Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Now we are going to start control rectifiers. We have already covered all the topics related to uncontrolled rectifier, and we all know that the major disadvantage of uncontrolled rectifier is that we cannot control the output voltage of uncontrolled rectifier because they use diode as switching element, and we know that diode is a uncontrolled switch. That's why we are not able to control the output voltage of uncontrolled rectifier. On other hand, in case of a controlled rectifier, they use thyristor as switch, and we know that thyristor is a semi-controlled device, and we know that we can control the turning on of thyristor. So by controlling the turning on of thyristor, we can control the output voltage. That's why the circuit or rectifier circuit having thyristor as switching elements are controlled rectifiers. So we are going to start with lecture number 19.1, one phase half wave control rectifier with R load, and in this lecture we will study the circuit operation and waveforms of this rectifier. So this is the circuit diagram of this rectifier. Here load is resistive and we get output voltage V0 across this load, and this load is connected in series with this thyristor, and this whole circuit is supplied with sinusoidal voltage source Vs. Before starting the circuit operation, I would like to revise some important concepts regarding thyristor. So before starting, you must know that there are two necessary conditions to make the thyristor turn on. First condition is that anode to cathode voltage must be greater than 0, or we can say that VAK must be greater than 0. And second important condition is that gate current must be greater than 0. When these two conditions simultaneously satisfied, then thyristor get turned on. Now, necessary condition to make the thyristor turn off is that current across thyristor must be 0. Why 0? Because we have already assumed that holding current for this thyristor is equals to 0. That's why current across thyristor must be 0 to make the thyristor turn off. After knowing this much concept, we will study the circuit operation in three angular slot. First we will study the circuit operation from 0 to alpha, then we will study the circuit operation from alpha to pi, then from pi to 2 pi. First we will start the circuit operation from 0 to alpha. From 0 to alpha, this anode to cathode voltage is greater than 0. Why it is greater than 0? Because from 0 to alpha, positive half cycle of sinusoidal waveform applied to this thyristor. When this positive half cycle is applied, then this positive potential reach the anode of this thyristor. That's why VAK is greater than 0. But gate current is not applied yet. That's why thyristor will act as open switch. And if I ask you what is the mode of operation of this thyristor from 0 to alpha, so to know this, we know that VAK is greater than 0 from 0 to alpha, and gate current is not applied yet. That's why thyristor is in forward blocking mode. So here from 0 to alpha, thyristor is in forward blocking mode because gate current is 0. This FB means forward blocking mode. So when this thyristor acts as open switch, then current in this circuit is equals to 0. So here I0 is equals to 0. When I0 is equals to 0, then our output, that is equals to I0 into R, is also equals to 0. That's why V0 is equals to 0. So when output is 0, then what happens? The switch is open, then this whole sinusoidal voltage will appear across this thyristor. So we get this portion of sinusoidal waveform get appear across the thyristor drop. Okay, so here this is equals to Vs. Okay, Now what happens from alpha to pi? From alpha to pi, we know that VAK is already greater than 0. But thyristor is fired at angle alpha. Firing of thyristor means gate current is greater than 0. So when thyristor is fired, thyristor get turned on. When thyristor get turned on, it acts as short circuit. And if I ask you what is the mode of operation of this thyristor, then answer is here VAK is greater than 0 and IG is also greater than 0. That's why both conditions are satisfied. That's why thyristor is in forward conduction mode. And in forward conduction mode, thyristor acts as short circuit. So from alpha to pi, thyristor acts as closed switch or short circuit. When thyristor is short circuited, then drop across thyristor is equals to 0. Okay, so when it is 0, now what is current I0? I0 is simply equals to V0 by R. And what is V0? When thyristor is short circuited, then this voltage source Vs will appear across the output. That's why V0 is equals to Vs. Okay, so in this waveform, we can clearly see that from alpha to pi, this sinusoidal waveform appear across the output. Okay, and here I naught is simply equals to V naught by R. That's why waveform of V naught and I naught are similar. Okay, only the amplitude changes. Here amplitude of output current is Vm by R. Now we will see the operation of circuit from pi to 2 pi plus alpha. Here from pi to 2 pi plus alpha, we can clearly see that this source voltage Vs reverses after pi. When it reverses, then anode to cathode voltage becomes negative. And second point is this I naught becomes 0 at omega t is equals to pi. That's why thyristor get turned off. Okay, so when thyristor get turned off, then it acts as open switch. And here you must note that this thyristor will remain turned off till it is fired again at 2 pi plus alpha. So from pi to 2 pi plus alpha, this thyristor will remain turned off and act as open switch. So when it is open, then output current is equals to 0 because no current flows in this loop. And when output current is 0, we get V0 is equals to 0. And what is drop across thyristor? Drop across thyristor is simply equals to Vs, because in this case when thyristor is acting as open switch, the source voltage will appear across this thyristor. So in this waveform we can clearly see that this negative cycle and this part of this sinusoidal waveform will appear across the thyristor. Okay, so here you can see that the waveform of Vs from pi to 2 pi plus alpha get appear across the thyristor. Now if I ask you what is the operating mode of thyristor from pi to 2 pi plus alpha, so here there are two operating modes. First, see from pi to 2 pi. Here from pi to 2 pi, anode to cathode voltage is less than 0 because source voltage is less than 0. That's why when VAK is less than 0, then thyristor is in for reverse blocking mode. Okay, so that's why from pi to 2 pi, thyristor is in reverse blocking mode. Now after 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha, what happens? This source voltage becomes positive. When it becomes positive, then what happens? Anode to cathode voltage becomes greater than 0, because in this case positive potential is applied to anode. That's why VAK becomes greater than 0. But gate current is not applied in this plate 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha. That's why thyristor is in forward blocking mode. This is not conduction, this is blocking mode. So from pi to 2 pi plus alpha, thyristor operate in two modes. From pi to 2 pi, it act in reverse blocking mode, and from 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha, it act in forward blocking mode. So you must understand this concept, and at 2 pi plus alpha thyristor is again fired, then it get again turn on. In this way this cycle repeats. I hope you understand the concept, and I also hope you like the video. So thank you very much. Jai Shri Ram. If you got the knowledge and concepts from this video, then please like the video and subscribe the channel. You can give your views and ask any questions related to this topic in comment box. Also share this video with your friends because sharing is caring. Don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification of my upcoming videos. Thank you.